Namaskar, good evening. You're watching Breaking Ground and I am Swati Joshi. As always, let's first tell you about the top 5 stories that is going to be our top focus on this broadcast. Number 1, BJP has released its extensive list of names that made the cut in its organizational structure. Reshuffle, 13 vice presidents appointed. Former Union Minister Smriti Irani named one of the 8 national general secretaries. Number 2, BJP now mounts attack on the opposition leaders after Prime Minister's Dimaghi Naxals remark says those proudly declaring themselves as Dimaghi Naxals today stand exposed. We'll also tell you about the face-off between Tamil Nadu and the state of Karnataka, and this time it's over an encounter. Karnataka says it was a case of poaching. Tamil Nadu rejects those claims. We'll also tell you all about the anger and outrage which is only rising over the UGC net exam errors now, with NSUI staging a protest outside the NTA office in Delhi demanding the agency be abolished. Similar demands coming in from political parties as well. On the other hand, in Karnataka, there's the Congress versus Sangh face-off, which is only escalating, especially after B.K. Hariprasad compares RSS to Jaish-e-Mohammed and Taliban. BJP hits back. So let's talk about the big story at the moment that we are tracking very, very closely, the big reshuffle that has happened in the Bharatiya Janata Party. The BJP has unveiled its new national team under party president Nitin Nabin. The organizational rejig comes just ahead of crucial elections in several states with a very clear focus on regional representation, experience, younger leadership and women as well. A key development which is that the former Union Minister Smriti Irani is back in a core organizational role. Smriti Irani has been appointed as one of the BJP's national general secretaries. Former Rajasthan Chief Minister Vasundhara Raje continues as a national vice president. The new team also puts a strong focus on women along with the youth. 6 of the 13 national vice presidents are women, along with 4 women secretaries and a woman general secretary. 2 members of the new team are from the Muslim community. Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal has also been given a key organizational responsibility as the BJP's national treasurer. Former National General Secretary Ram Madhav has been appointed as one of the 13 national vice presidents. So Smriti Irani's return to the BJP's top organizational structure comes more than 2 years after she was dropped from the union cabinet following her 2024 Lok Sabha defeat in Amethi. The new team comes at a crucial time with assembly elections due in big states like Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, Gujarat next year. The BJP's message is clear that this is a mix of the young Turks and old guards, a mix of experience, regional representation and fresh organizational energy just ahead of the electoral battles. So let's break down the details. Let's decode this massive rejig which has happened in the BJP just ahead of polls. So Punjab, the National Vice President Sardar Manpreet Singh Badal, he represents from the state of Punjab. Let's talk about Tarun Chugh, Central Office in charge. Then if you talk about Uttar Pradesh and representation coming in from Uttar Pradesh, you have National Vice President Rekha Verma, National General Secretary Smriti Irani, National Secretary Sangeeta Yadav and OBC Morcha President Amar Pal Maurya along with Kunwar Basit Ali, Minority Morcha. BJP's Gen Z team. Let's take a look at how youth has been given a lot of importance. The focus is on Gen Z, on young energy. We're looking at leaders like Dr. Hemang Joshi, who hails from Gujarat, age 35, and he is going to head the Yuva Morcha. Then you have the National Secretary Anil Antony, age 40. He represents the state of Kerala. M. Venkatesh represents Tamil Nadu, National Secretary. He'll be playing the role of the National Secretary, age 36. Then you have Ritu Raj Sinha, Joint Coordinator, represents Bihar, age 45. And you also have Pradeep Bhandari, Media Co-Convener. He's just 35 years old. And Arun Yadav, he is 41 years old. So this is how the focus has been on balancing, not just social balance, but also maintaining a balance between the young faces as well as those who have been consistent, those who have been loyal and bring along with them a lot of organizational experience. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has congratulated the newly appointed office bearers of the BJP. Welcoming the new team, the Prime Minister said it brings together experience as well as grassroots connect. Prime Minister Modi expressed confidence that the new team will work to strengthen the party and focus on public service. A message of support from the Prime Minister as the BJP's new organizational team takes charge.
आदरणीय नितिन नवीन जी जो हमारे राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष हैं, उन्होंने मुझे जो उपाध्यक्ष बनाया, मैं उनको आभार व्यक्त करता हूं। आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी, आदरणीय गृह मंत्री जी, आदरणीय नड्डा जी, आदरणीय संतोष जी, मैं उनका भी आभार व्यक्त करता हूं। और मध्य प्रदेश के माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी, प्रदेश अध्यक्ष जी का भी मैं दिल की गहराइयों से आभार व्यक्त करता हूं। और संगठन को एक ही विश्वास दिलाता हूं, 43 साल के राजनीतिक जीवन में जो काम दिया है हमने वो करा है, और आने वाले समय में जो विश्वास आपने व्यक्त किया है मैं उस पर भी पूरी तरह से खरा उतरने की कोशिश करूं। और माननीय राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष जी ने जो टीम बनाई है वो आने वाले समय में नील, नल, अंगद, हनुमान की तरह कहीं ना कहीं साबित होगी और संगठन विस्तार को ऊंचाई पे ले जाएगी। तो पार्टी के नेतृत्व ने जिनको भी जो भी जिम्मेदारी दी है कहीं ना कहीं बहुत सोच समझ के दी है, उनके अनुभव का लाभ उठाने की दृष्टि से दी गई होगी।
एक बहुत ही अच्छी टीम तैयार हुई है। इसमें अनुभवी लोग भी हैं, युवा रक्त भी हमको इसमें दिखाई पड़ता है। और विशेष रूप से मुझे इस बात की खुशी है कि महाराष्ट्र से उपाध्यक्ष के रूप में डॉक्टर भारती पवार, महामंत्री के रूप में विनोद जी तावड़े और कोषाध्यक्ष के रूप में पीयूष जी गोयल, इनके जैसे हमारे जो दिग्गज नेता हैं, इनको भी इस टीम में जगह मिली है। मैं उनको बहुत बहुत बधाई देता हूँ, पूरी टीम को बधाई देता हूँ।
Let's go across to my colleague Mohit, who's getting us more details on this massive reshuffle that has happened within the Bharatiya Janata Party. And it's not just any normal routine reshuffle. We are talking about this move coming in just ahead of very, very crucial elections that are due next year. And of course, all focus is on the ultimate test, the 2029 general elections. A lot of key takeaways, the focus on Yuva Shakti and Nari Shakti.
Well, yes, in fact, and Swati, why this is important, because as you rightly pointed out, it comes at a time when this elections in the state of Uttar Pradesh, in the state of Punjab, Uttarakhand, Goa, Gujarat, they will be taking place next year. These are all important elections, and perhaps that is why this particular overhaul was needed, and it's a mixture of experience plus young blood. And that is where we see that how Prime Minister Narendra Modi and other BJP senior leaders, they have been saying that youth will drive India to the mission of Viksit Bharat. And perhaps that is why that all is seen in this particular list. Now, when it comes to the composition of the list, we have the data as of now which say that there are 4 tribal representatives in this particular list. 3 scheduled castes are represented are in the list. There are 10 women leaders who are there, and 6 of them are the vice president of the Bharatiya Janata Party. So clearly that also gives out a message in the line of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's message that we need to have more and more women representation in the parliament and outside the parliament. And when Prime Minister again and again speaks about women reservation in the parliament, he also spoke on from the ramparts of Red Fort. The example had to be set by the Bharatiya Janata Party, and perhaps that is why we see that there are 6 vice president out of 13 which are women. And we know for a fact that a general secretary is another post, Swati, which is very important in Bharatiya Janata Party, because the general secretary is usually in charge of 2 and 3 important states. Now, the general secretary usually travels to all these states, communicates with the cadre, and Smriti Irani being the general secretary is something which will bring experience and also a star power in the Bharatiya Janata Party, given the fact that how she is somebody who has been a member of parliament, a minister. She defeated Rahul Gandhi from Amethi, and she is somebody who has been campaigning for the BJP in every election. She has been a star campaigner. So as we were pointing out that women, youth, experience, all are part of this particular reshuffle in the BJP that has happened. Now when it comes to...
Absolutely, a lot of equations had to be balanced, isn't it? Equal representation for all the states, specifically those where the elections are due next year, and striking a balance between Yuva Shakti and also, then you have individuals who've been consistent, who've been loyal, and bring along with them a lot of organizational experience. So that's one other thing that the BJP had to strike a balance between. Mohit.
Well, yes, Swati. In fact, you see, you have to have experience plus young blood when it comes to the reshuffle of the new team. When you have to have a new team, then you have to have everything in that. And perhaps that is why we see women power in this. We see the composition from various states, because the elections are around the corner in various states. And that is why this particular new team of BJP is very important. Now, when it comes to the experience, we have former chief ministers like Biplab Deb, Vasundhara Raje, Tirath Singh Rawat. When it comes to to the vice president, we have 6 women vice president. When it comes to the national organization general secretary, it is BL Santosh. And one more important aspect that I want to highlight is that Piyush Goyal returns as the treasurer of the Bharatiya Janata Party. From 2010 to 14, he was the treasurer, and then he was not the treasurer, and now again he returns as the treasurer of the party, which is a very, very important post when it comes to the BJP. It has
also managed to surprise many. Mohit, do stay on with us. We have some breaking inputs coming in on the broadcast. I'll come back to you for more details on that. So Amit Malviya has congratulated new BJP office bearers. Amit Malviya hails new BJP social media team. Digital communication to achieve new milestones, says Amit Malviya in his latest post, congratulating all office bearers of the Bharatiya Janata Party after the reshuffle. I'll also try and go across to my colleague Priya, who will be joining us from the news pit with more details on that post put out by Amit Malviya, congratulating those who have been given an opportunity, congratulating those who are now going to be the office bearers of the Bharatiya Janata Party. And he also highlights how these appointments come at a very crucial juncture, because the party is preparing to scale newer heights and take its message and organization to every corner of the country. So Amit Malviya there hailing the party's decision that has been taken, especially congratulating those who are part of the social media department now. Let's go across to Priya for more on that. Yes, Priya.
Right. Let me just read out what Amit Malviya, the former social media head of BJP, has put out right after he was replaced. In fact, if I could just open the right tweet, this is... Amit Malviya in his post has actually come out and said that he is thankful for the change in leadership. They are going to take the party forward. But why this change has happened is because BJP's social media strategy had come under a lot of scrutiny, especially after the CJP movement. There were a lot of people who were saying that the party has lost the connect that it had with people's pulse, and which is why it had been spoken about for quite a while that their social media head is going to be replaced. And now we have seen an entire team overall that has happened. Amit Malviya has been replaced with Maske. There are 3 associates that are there who are going to help Amit, the new head of social media team of the BJP now, including Preeti Gandhi, Alok Bhatt and others that are now going to restructure the entire social media policy of the BJP.
All right, Priya, thank you very much for getting us the details. Let's also take a look at the reactions coming in from the opposition. And Samajwadi Party has called this the worst BJP team. Let's listen in.
भारतीय जनता पार्टी के इतिहास में सबसे खराब टीम बनी है। बिहार में उपचुनाव हुआ और बीजेपी के राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष श्री नितिन नवीन अपना भारी मतों से अपना चुनाव हार गए। स्मृति ईरानी जी को क्यों लाया गया ये तो बीजेपी ही बेहतर समझ सकती है। राज्यसभा या लोकसभा में किस तरह से वो माहौल बनाती बिगाड़ती रही हैं, उसको लेके उनको टीम में मुझे लगता है कि शामिल किया गया।
Moving on now, shifting our focus to the other big story that we are tracking, the politics. Politics over Prime Minister's warning to Dimaghi Naxals on Independence Day is gaining momentum. On Sunday, senior Congress leader P. Chidambaram questioned Prime Minister Narendra Modi's remark, the fact that the Prime Minister said there are Dimaghi Naxals, saying he was proud to be called one. He said he is a Dimaghi Naxal. Why has this escalated? Because in his Independence Day address from the Red Fort, Prime Minister warned that while armed Naxalism was nearing its end, people with a Maoist mindset continued to pose a threat and needed to be identified and isolated. Now, P. Chidambaram's response triggered a political slugfest, with Union Minister Kiran Rijiju clarifying that Modi's remarks, the Prime Minister's remarks, were not aimed at opposition leaders. Let's first listen into what the Prime Minister said.
देश की सत्ता में माओवादी सोच के लोग गलियारों में अपनी जगह बना करके बैठे थे। जंगलों में हमें हथियारी नक्सलों का खात्मा बुलाने में, उस संकट से देश को मुक्त कराने में सफलता मिली है। लेकिन हथियारी नक्सल तो गए, लेकिन दिमागी नक्सल, ये दिमागी नक्सल मौके की तलाश में है। समाज को गलत राह पर घसीटने के लिए भांति भांति के दांव कर रहे हैं।
Now, it all started with P. Chidambaram owning the Prime Minister's Dimaghi Naxal tag, and now this has turned into a massive political controversy. Former Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister Mehbooba Mufti has backed Article 370 and declared herself a Dimaghi Naxal, while TMC MP Mahua Moitra too has openly embraced the label. Latest in the series of opposition leaders embracing the Dimaghi Naxal tag is Aam Aadmi Party Chief Arvind Kejriwal.
मैं प्रधानमंत्री जी को कहना चाहता हूं कि मैं अरविंद केजरीवाल आपके हिसाब से दिमागी नक्सली हूं, क्योंकि मैं देशभक्त हूं और मुझे इस बात का गर्व है। अगर देश के खिलाफ कोई कुछ करेगा या कोई कुछ बोलेगा, केजरीवाल अपनी पूरी ताकत के साथ उसका मुकाबला करेगा।
So you have these opposition leaders one by one embracing the label. Arvind Kejriwal went on to say he's a Deshbhakt, that's why he's being tagged Dimaghi Naxal. Well, BJP's counter has gone a step further. Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma says P. Chidambaram is not a Dimaghi Naxal at all, but a pure Naxal. And he says Chidambaram's own record as Home Minister must now be examined. If he is proudly calling himself a Dimaghi Naxal, Himanta asks, did he deliberately fail to act against Naxalism when he was the Home Minister?
जब चिदम्बरम ने खुद बोला मैं दिमागी नक्सल हूं, तो उसमें एक इंक्वायरी भी साथ में होना चाहिए कि चिदम्बरम क्या जानबूझ के नक्सल का खिलाफ व्यवस्था नहीं ले रहा था अब जब वो होम मिनिस्टर थे। मेरा लगता है चिदम्बरम दिमागी नक्सल नहीं है, उससे भी ऊपर वाला नक्सल है। वो खुद ही नक्सल है, देश में एनार्की लाने वाला वो भी एक पूरा प्योर नक्सल है। दिमागी नक्सल उसमें नहीं अप्लाई होगा, वो प्योर नक्सल कैटेगरी में आएगा।
So Kiran Rijiju said that the Prime Minister's remarks were not aimed at the opposition. Himanta Biswa Sarma says P. Chidambaram is a pure Naxal. Now, Sudhanshu Trivedi says those who want political issues settled through street agitation instead of parliament reflect what he calls a Dimaghi Naxal mindset. He also targets the intellectual ecosystem that, according to him, gave Naxalism moral support.
जो कहते हैं कि संसद से समाधान नहीं निकलेगा, सड़क से समाधान निकलेगा, वो है दिमागी नक्सल। जो ये कहते हैं कि संसद में रेजिस्टेंस से चीजें तय होंगी, वो है दिमागी नक्सल। जो नक्सलियों को गांधीयंस विद गन कहे और उन नक्सलियों को अपनी भारत जोड़ो यात्रा में साथ में रखे, उन राहुल गांधी से पूछना चाहता हूं, ये है वास्तविकता में दिमागी नक्सल।
Now the opposition is openly embracing the phrase. CPI MP P. Santosh Kumar says if the Prime Minister calls them Dimaghi Naxals, then they are proud to wear the label. But he doesn't stop there. He fires back with his own tag for the Prime Minister. He says Prime Minister is Dimaghi communal.
In fact, the PM has nothing to offer but these kinds of rhetorics only. His Independence Day speech was target on this, what you should say, against these political opponents. And if we are Dimaghi Naxals, he is a Dimaghi communal. So for us, this makes no difference at all. We fight for the people, and the BJP and especially the Prime Minister, he doesn't like his political opponents. So he is not in a position to accept that there are political opponents and opposition is a reality in this country. So those who cannot digest a political opponent can use these types of words. And of course, we are proud Dimaghi Naxals, whereas he is a Dimaghi venomous or Dimaghi communal.
Well, it's not just limited to the reactions coming in from the opposition leaders, from the members of parliament. This was also reflected in the protests that took place outside the NTA office. Outside the NTA office, NSUI workers were protesting against the exam body, with the protesters holding the Abolish NTA posters. But what has also caught attention are the Dimaghi Naxal placards that were carried at the protest. And as the protesters face off with the police, the political war over the Prime Minister's remark is now taking a very visible form on the streets. And now the phrase has also reached the student movement. NSUI President Vinod Jakhar says if every student demanding accountability is going to be branded a Dimaghi Naxal, then students have no hesitation in embracing the label.
जो भी इस देश में छात्र आंदोलन कर रहा है, सरकार से सवाल पूछ रहा है, वो नक्सलवादी हो गया। नरेंद्र मोदी ये कह रहे हैं। अगर नरेंद्र मोदी ये चाहते हैं कि इस देश का विद्यार्थी जो रोजगार मांग रहा है ट्रांसपेरेंस एग्जाम चाहता है। अगर वो नक्सल है तो इस देश का विद्यार्थी नक्सल बनने के लिए तैयार है, क्योंकि उसको सही से एग्जाम कराने की जिम्मेदारी आपको लेनी पड़ेगी, आपको जवाबदेही देनी पड़ेगी और इस देश का विद्यार्थी इसकी मांग करता है। एनटीए को बैन करना पड़ेगा, शिक्षा मंत्री को इस पे जवाबदेही देनी पड़ेगी, नरेंद्र मोदी को इस पे जवाबदेही देनी पड़ेगी।
Mohit Bhatt, my colleague, is getting us more details on that. Mohit, on one hand, you have the opposition leaders embracing the label, saying that they are proud to be called Dimaghi Naxals. On the other hand, now NSUI has linked it to the students, saying that if every student demanding accountability is being tagged a Dimaghi Naxal, then they are proud of the label.
Well, Swati, the reply to that had come from Sudhanshu Trivedi, the national spokesperson of the BJP and the MP, when he addressed a press conference, saying that PM just spoke about Dimaghi Naxal, the people who want to betray the idea of India, those certain intellectuals, certain narratives, certain propaganda that they propagate that is against India. And he also went on to say that it was not even 24 hours of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's speech that people are coming out and saying that yes, we are Dimaghi Naxal. And that is why he said that people who have the idea of Tukre India, that those are Dimaghi Naxal. Those who want to betray the idea of India, those are Dimaghi Naxal. And perhaps that is why we see very strong reactions coming in from the opposition, where it all started from P. Chidambaram accepting the fact that he is Dimaghi Naxal, and the Congress leaders and the opposition leaders saying that anybody who goes against the ideology of the BJP or opposes them, they are being called, termed as Dimaghi Naxal or the mental Naxals. And also we saw Himanta Biswa Sarma coming out and making a strong attack on the P. Chidambaram, saying that P. Chidambaram should be investigated, his tenure should be investigated as the Home Minister, that whether due to this particular ideology he did not take action against the Naxals. So clearly what we see is massive political war of words. BJP knows that how exactly they can garner political brownie points out of it, because the statement that has been given by the Prime Minister, because remember, BJP says PM did not take any name. PM did not take any name of the ideology of the call party, but the leaders are coming out and accepting the fact that they are Dimaghi Naxal, exposes them. This is what the BJP says, while the opposition or the students, they say that anybody who opposes...
continues, war of words, in fact, only intensifying now with this particular remark being linked to students as well by the NSUI. Thank you very much, Mohit, for getting us the details. We are moving on now, shifting our entire focus to a massive political storm which is now brewing in Tamil Nadu, in between the states of Tamil Nadu and Karnataka, after the killing of 3 Tamil Nadu men by the Karnataka Forest Department. So there are 2 versions of the event, one from the state of Karnataka and the other from the state of Tamil Nadu, which has snowballed into a massive controversy. 3 men were killed on the morning of 15th August in Karnataka's Chamarajanagar district. The Karnataka Forest Department officials say the action was part of an anti-poaching patrol in the Kaveri Wildlife Sanctuary. Now, according to the officials of the Forest Department, they say that they received an intel information regarding suspected illegal wildlife activity. The authorities say that when they reached the spot, the suspects opened fire on them, prompting officers to retaliate in self-defense. That's the version coming in from the state of Karnataka. This is what Karnataka says. Forest Department encountered poachers. These men have been called poachers by the state of Karnataka. That a magisterial inquiry has been ordered. Some documents and guns have been seized as well. This is what the Chief Minister of Karnataka, Mr. D.K. Shivkumar, has to say. Versus, now let's take a look at what Tamil Nadu's version of the entire event is. According to Tamil Nadu, Karnataka Forest Department, the explanation that they are giving is unacceptable. There should be an honest probe which is needed into this brutal incident. The Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, C. Joseph Vijay, says that he strongly condemns this killing. This explanation is unacceptable. Listen in.
ನನಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ 5 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ತಲುಪಿದೆ. ಮ್ಯಾಜಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಎನ್ಕ್ವೈರಿ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ವಾಸ್ತವಾಂಶ ತಿಳಿದಿದೆ. ಮಾಧ್ಯಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಕೆಲವು ವಿಚಾರಗಳನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅರಣ್ಯ ಪ್ರದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಘಟನೆ ನಡೆದಿದೆ. ಕೆಲವೆಲ್ಲ ದಾಖಲೆ ವಸ್ತುಗಳನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಬಂದೂಕೆಲ್ಲ ಕೂಡ ಸೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಇಬ್ಬರನ್ನ ಸಾಗಣೆ ಮಾಡುವಂತ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾವೊಪ್ಪಿದೆ. ಮಿಕ್ಕಿದವರನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ವಶಕ್ಕೆ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಏನು ಒಂದು ಶರೀರಗಳನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಇವತ್ತು ಪರಿಶೀಲನೆ ಕೂಡ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮ ಮ್ಯಾಜಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಅವರು ಎನ್ಕ್ವೈರಿ ಮಾಡಿದ ನಂತರ ಮಿಕ್ಕಿದ ವಿಚಾರ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಜನತೆ ಗಮನವನ್ನು ಸೆಳೆಯುತ್ತದೆ. ನನಗೆ ತಿಳಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅರಣ್ಯ ಇಲಾಖೆಯವರು ಬಂದು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ನನಗೆ ತಿಳಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರು ಬಂದೂಕ ಸೀಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಮಾಂಸ 2 ಚೀಲ ಮಾಂಸ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೂಡ ಸೀಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಕಾಡು ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳ ಮಾಂಸ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸೀಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಒಬ್ಬರು ಎಸ್ಕೇಪ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದು ನಮ್ಮ ಆಫೀಸರ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು. ಇನ್ನು ಕೆಲವೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಕಾಡಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರು ಈ ತರ ಆದ್ರೆ ಎನ್ಕೌಂಟರ್ಗೆ ಅವರ ರಕ್ಷಣೆಗೆ ಅವ್ರ ಕಡೆಗೂ ನಮ್ಮ ಅರಣ್ಯ ಸಂಬಂಧಿಯವರು ಕೂಡ ಅವರು ಶೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಂತ ಮಾಹಿತಿಯನ್ನು ಅವರು ತೋರಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. ನಾನು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಜುಡಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಎನ್ಕ್ವೈರಿ ಕೂಡ ನಮ್ಮ ಮ್ಯಾಜಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಟ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಎನ್ಕ್ವೈರಿ ಕೂಡ ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಪರಿಹಾರ ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಕೂಡ ಪುಟ್ಟರಂಗ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರ ಮತ್ತು ಸ್ಥಳೀಯ ಶಾಸಕರು ಮಂಜುನಾಥ್ ಅವರ ಒತ್ತಡ ಕೂಡ ನನ್ನಲ್ಲಿತ್ತು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಯಾವ ಪರಿಹಾರ.
My father's relative only they have died, they have sought out. The reason what they have provided, the guard watcher what they have provided is they had gone for hunting. But the reason they have not gone for hunting, they had gone to bring back the animals, the cattle which had gone to the forest. Our main work is cattling. Means we have cow, goat or any sheep. We will take them to forest. They will have their food and they will come back. If they don't come, we the family members will gather 5 or 6 members, will go and bring. That's what happened yesterday night. Last night what happened, the same thing. They had gone there, while bringing back or while going only, the guard has shot the person. But they are telling that they were firing, but it did not happen. So we want justice. We, the whole village people are here. We fight for the justice. We want the reason. We want the 3 guard watchers to stand here.
Karnataka, the Chamarajanagar district, 3 people encountered by Forest Department. The protest is going in the Chamarajanagar district, Hanur. I demand, what is the necessity of 3 encounters? First, you have to warn any shootout. Here, there is no warrant. If you have to shoot, you have to shoot legs only. So that's why I demand, BJP demand judicial enquiry for this, not magistrate enquiry. That is by the assistant commissioner. He is also officer. How can he give the wrong report to the government?
Now, the deaths of 3 alleged poachers from Tamil Nadu in an exchange of fire with Karnataka forest personnel have sparked a political row. DMK has demanded a CBI probe into the deaths, raising questions over the circumstances of the firing and calling for an independent investigation.
It is a wrongful doing. How can the Karnataka forest officials kill 3 people when they are not involved in any kind of poaching or something? They were taking rest. But they being Tamil, the Karnataka Forest Department had killed them. There should be a severe punishment for those people, officials. The central government should intervene, their agencies, CBI should investigate and book them and put them in jail.
Let's go across to my colleague Akshara, who has more details. Well, the explanation coming in from the Karnataka government is not acceptable to Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu is also not impressed with the fact that a magisterial inquiry has been ordered. The Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, Akshara, went on to say that an honest inquiry needs to be conducted. At the moment, the face-off continues between both the states.
Well, yes, absolutely. The word coming in from the Karnataka state government is that they were hunters and they were poaching there. That's the reason why the police started a fire in that particular region. You had the forest minister, Ramalinga Reddy, who spoke on the assembly here in the state of Karnataka, stating that, these individuals were poaching in that particular region, following which the forest officials went to that particular spot in order to patrol that area, during which the fire was opened by these individuals, the deceased individuals, following which the police also started counter fire. That is when these individuals died, is the word coming in from the Karnataka state government. They are also stating that, they have recovered the 2 guns and also 2 bags of meat and various other items relating to poaching as well. So that's the official word coming in from the Karnataka state government. But yes, at the very same time, the neighboring state of Tamil Nadu is countering it, stating that they were not hunters and independent inquiry must be made. Now here, the opposition in Karnataka has also demanded, a judicial inquiry at the High Court level. But the Karnataka Chief Minister D.K. Shivkumar has launched a probe into this matter at the magistrate level. So yes, here in the state of Karnataka, when the session is going on in the assembly as well, there was heated argument between the Karnataka state government and the opposition as well.
All right, Akshara, thank you very much for getting us the details. We'll connect with you again. Let's move on now. Let's shift our focus to the other big story we are tracking. There's been another exam administered by the NTA which has come under the scanner. Another fiasco reported after the NEET UG paper leak earlier this year. Now the agency is facing outrage fury over the UGC NET June 2026 examination. 3 question papers were found riddled with a slew of errors, from factual mistakes and misspelled names to flawed wording of the questions themselves. Following scathing findings on the extent of the blunders, the NTA has ordered a complete re-examination of 3 papers: English, Commerce and Sociology. Now, this means thousands of aspirants, test takers need to sit for the exam all over again because the NTA got its question papers wrong. Let's take you through all that went wrong with these papers, why a retest has been ordered, because there were factual errors, there were typographical errors, there were translation errors as well, and apart from that, names were misspelled, garbled book titles, faulty question wording, grammar and punctuation errors were highlighted as well, and there were some questions that were repeated. Now, retest has been ordered. There is a massive political furor over this entire issue. The UGC NET fiasco has been met with widespread outrage. Student groups have intensified abolish NTA calls, the agency that conducts these examinations. At the NTA office in Delhi, the protest turned tense as NSUI workers clashed with security personnel. Protesters demanded the resignation of NTA chief, accusing the agency of repeatedly putting students through the ordeal of its own failures.
The National Torture Agency has released a notification tonight. It is claiming that its expert committee has found discrepancies in the question paper setting of 3 subjects: English, Commerce and Sociology. Now, the students who had appeared for these 3 subjects are put into the additional torture of having to repeat their examination. NTA has scheduled the examination for the 9th and 10th of September. But what goes to show is the fact that NTA's own committee sets the paper, their own committee finds out the fact that there were serious errors in the names of scholars, in the names of books, in typography. NTA has messed up. And who is here to take accountability? Not the National Torture Agency.
देखिए, नेशनल टेस्ट एजेंसी नहीं है, नेशनल ट्रॉमा एजेंसी है। हर बार जो है ये छात्रों को ट्रॉमा देने का काम करती है। हम एनटीए बैन की मांग करते हैं। सबसे पहले इसको बैन किया जाना चाहिए, क्योंकि 25 से ज्यादा छात्र छात्राओं ने सुसाइड कर लिया। आपको जवाबदेही देनी पड़ेगी और इस देश का विद्यार्थी इसकी मांग करता है। एनटीए को बैन करना पड़ेगा। शिक्षा मंत्री को इस पे जवाबदेही देनी पड़ेगी। नरेंद्र मोदी को इस पे जवाबदेही देनी पड़ेगी। आप पैलेट गन चलाओ, AK-47 चलाओ, एनएसयूआई का कार्यकर्ता रुकने वाला नहीं।
दिमागी नक्सल जैसी कोई चीज को जानते हैं या समझते हैं, उसके पीछे पड़े हैं, जबकि इससे उल्टा जो पेपर नक्सल है उसको खत्म करना चाहिए। अगर देश के बारे में मोदी जी कुछ समझते हैं, सोचते हैं। 2 महीनों बाद.
Now remember, this is not just another competitive exam for thousands of candidates. Their PhD admissions, eligibility for the post of assistant professors, and chances of securing research fellowship hinges on this test. So when the NTA gets the question paper wrong, it is not just an exam that gets disrupted, but academic plans and careers that are put on hold. And you would remember, this isn't just a one-off failure by the NTA. It comes on the heels of the NEET UG paper leak storm, re-examination, and the then Union Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan's exit from the cabinet. And while the nature of the fiasco is different, the fallout is the same. Prepare for years, appear for the test, and then the agency fails. And amid mounting fury over repeated exam lapses, big reforms are underway at the NTA. Union Education Minister Joshi has now met the NTA DG, who apprised him of the steps taken as per the directed overhaul of the entire system. More than 50 staff have been removed, while private sector experts are being brought in to plug gaps in cybersecurity. Taking cognizance, the Education Minister has now directed the NTA to file a report on the corrective actions taken. Nonetheless, the UGC net fiasco has now handed the opposition fresh ammunition against the government. Leading the charge is Lok Sabha LOP Rahul Gandhi, who's made it clear that for the Congress, Pradhan's exit from the cabinet was only the beginning. Rahul Gandhi has called the Indian education system an extraction machine, adding that the pressure won't stop until PM Modi answers for the latest NTA blunder. More voices in the opposition echo the leader of opposition's sentiments.
अकाउंटेबिलिटी कैसे तय होगी? क्या संविदा के कर्मचारी अकाउंटेबल होंगे? आप ठेके पे पूरा का पूरा सिस्टम चला रहे थे, आपने सारे आरएसएस के लोगों को भर करके पूरे सिस्टम को करप्ट कर दिया, तो अब सवाल नहीं खड़े होंगे। राहुल जी ने 12 साल की कुंभकर्णी नींद से इनको जगा दिया है। ये सोए हुए थे। इन्होंने देश के अंदर बस यही बांटना है, हिंदू मुसलमान, हिंदू मुसलमान। हिंदू मुसलमान में नफरत फैलाते रहो, नुकसान तो सबसे ज्यादा बहुसंख्यकों का ही कर रहे हो, किसी और का थोड़ा ही कर रहे हो।
Your NEET paper leak. Who was there? An RSS step was there. Who has taken over all the institutions? RSS. And these are the people who are slowly brainwashing everybody. I am hopeful that the Gen Z will not commit the same mistakes that we did, and they will be able to see through the design of RSS.
देखिए, एनटीए को तो सबसे पहले भारत सरकार को बिल्कुल खत्म कर देना चाहिए और ये सोचना चाहिए कि कोई ऐसी और गवर्निंग बॉडी लाए जो एग्जाम को ईमानदारी से कंडक्ट करा सके। दरअसल एनटीए आरएसएस बीजेपी का अड्डा बन चुका है कि इस शिक्षा व्यवस्था को बचाने के लिए भारत के प्रधानमंत्री खुद इस्तीफा दें और भारत के युवाओं से माफी मांगें कि हमसे माफ कर दें आप हमें कि हमने शिक्षा व्यवस्था को चौपट कर दिया, आज आप सड़क पे आने को मजबूर हैं।
It seems this is going to be continued like this only, and if possible, Mr. Dharmendra Pradhan should once again, resign once again, and it has, become complete mess, and I think many more scams are to come, maybe unearthed in the coming weeks. So it's really shocking, and we would like to know the response of the Honorable Prime Minister. Still, he is in office. Mr. Amit Malviya is in office. So, what is the response to this leakage? It's repeated, continuously happening, and someone should be accountable for this. And of course, Swati Joshi cannot take responsibility for this. So the best way is to, this Dharmendra Pradhan must resign. I think that's the only practical way.
Let's go across to Kritika. She's getting us more details. Yes, there are these political reactions coming in, questioning the government, seeking accountability. And Rahul Gandhi demands answers now directly from the Prime Minister. Apart from that, there is a question that is being asked by everyone, including the student community, that why is it that we are facing the same situation again and again? When are we going to put a hard stop?
Well, absolutely. This is the sentiment that has been echoed in by both student union leaders as well as the certain candidates that we spoke to who had written the UGC NET 2026 examinations as well. All of them are asking where is the accountability and the transparency when it comes to the National Testing Agency. Just in June, we were witnessing the retest of the NEET examination. Over 22 lakh students were impacted by it. Even now, as these three UGC NET re-examination has been in fact announced for the month of September, we will see another over 1.5 lakh students appear for these exams again. Well, today the Education Minister has also in fact met with the education secretaries as well as the DG of the National Testing Agency and has ordered a complete overhaul of the confidential operations as far as the testing infrastructure is concerned. So all sorts of now secured rooms as well as mobile deposit protocols and the other protocols that need to be put in place have to be implemented on war footing is something that he has noted to the NTA DG. He's also asked for an action taken report. But certainly there remains to be a huge trust deficit between students as well as the National Testing Agency. The same UGC NET paper, remember, was also cancelled in 2024 as well.
Absolutely. Kritika, thank you very much. Errors have been admitted now. the political parties opposition especially seeking accountability on the errors, the mistakes. Thank you very much, Kritika, for getting us the details. With that, we're slipping into a very short break. We have a lot of breaking inputs coming in on the broadcast. This is what a government survey says. So according to a government survey, unemployment rate has dipped from 5.5% to 5.1% in July. Overall unemployment rate among people aged 15 years and above has come down to 5.1% in July 2026 from 5.5% in the previous month. Let's go across to Pragya, my colleague, who's getting us more details. Pragya, we're given to understand that in July, the unemployment rate has fallen to 5.1%, and we're talking about the age group 15 plus. Okay, I think we've lost that line with Pragya. We'll try and connect with Pragya again. Unemployment rate has fallen to 5.1% in the month of July from 5.5% in the previous month. There's been a decline in unemployment is what we're given to understand. Now, this is as per a government survey. We'll try and connect with the reporters to get you more details on this and what the government has to say about it. Pragya is back with us on the broadcast. Pragya, get us more details. The news that we are just breaking, unemployment rate dips to 5.1% in July.
Absolutely right. And in fact, the government's initiative and effort has always been that whatever the creation of jobs, that has been across the manufacturing sector, services, or other sector of the economy, every project that there is approved by the cabinet, they also project how much employment it generates. So, the experts are also saying that the decline in this unemployment rate has come only because of the policy that has been stitched together by the government, and also seen that there is generation of employment along with the economic growth. So that has always been the focus of the government. And also the fact is that unemployment rate alone does not capture broader trends such as labor force. In fact, there has been a lot of reforms and a lot of policies that has been initiated by the Labour Ministry as well to ensure that at least the employment which is increasing, there is also a kind of satisfaction among the workforce. So that has also become one of the important factors for retention of jobs in the market. Irrespective of what the opposition says, government, every project and every media briefing of the cabinet holds a very specific section on how much employment is going to be generated in that particular
So unemployment
region.
among 15 plus age group has dropped to 5.1%. Thank you very much, Pragya, for getting us the details. Very quick break with that. A lot more lined up on the other side. Do stay on with us here on Times Now.